Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Southside Struggles, the Chicago White Sox rebuild series. On the last episode, we were able to get all the way through and up into the draft. I was trying to get to the All-Star game, but I completely forgot that the draft is before the All-Star game, so we kind of got roadblocked as I wanted to give the draft kind of a full episode in and of itself, kind of how we did last year, and that's what we have here. So we'll do the draft today and the All-Star game, and hopefully, we have a player in the Home Run Derby. So with that, we'll get into it, but before that, if you all don't mind going and dropping a like down below and hitting that subscription button and turning on the notification bell if you want to be notified of when the next video drops, it helps out the channel but immensely, and it just makes everything go a little smoother, and it gets the algorithm picking this channel up and getting the video out to more viewers. If you have any criticism for the channel, please go ahead and drop that in the comments below as well, or any suggestions on what you want to see next. Again, we're going to do a college football dynasty series coming up in the next few months when the game drops. I think the game is actually supposed to release another trailer this month, and I'm so excited. So without that, we're going to go ahead and get right into the draft. Let's go ahead and take a look at the prospects. We scouted a lot of players. I think we had a good system this time. We did two people, again, like a pitcher and then a position player scout, and we kind of worked through, you know, in between the top 100, between 30-ish to 38, and then 40-ish to 43, and then we did 40 or 70 something to 78, 9, 80, stuff like that. So we kind of scouted around our pick just to see where we can pick some guys, and then we also did just a lot of generic scouting. I think that helped out a lot, and actually we got 10% per week on that, so that was super beneficial when we did that. So I'm super excited about this draft. As you can see, George Joe, starting pitcher, is first off the board, or for us anyways. So we're just going to go ahead and put everybody on the list, and we'll come back in a moment when we're done with that. So we went ahead and pinned everybody that we have scouted to our board, but I want to go through these guys just a little bit and kind of showcase how they moved around the top 10. So George Joe, I keep wanting to say George. George Joe is the #1 overall pick on our board. He actually moved up from the 3 spot on the MLB board. He does look like a decent player. He does have a two-seam though, which I've said before all last year during the draft, is that I do not like two-seamers. For whatever reason, I just don't think they play well in this game. And also his stats aren't that crazy good. Miguel Silva. Now he looks to be like a generational player with that contact, with the everything in the future stats is well above average. The only thing that's not is power and reaction time and stealing, which, you know, at the end of the day, it's not a big thing. I think we're going to look for him. We do have the second overall pick. So as long as the Rockies don't take Miguel Silva, I think we're going to go with him. He was #8. He's moved up to the #2 spot. He can play third base and left field, so he gets a little bit of utility in that spot. We don't need a left fielder per se. We have Teoscar Hernandez, but by the time that Silva is up, he may be gone. So he could split those spots, and he could probably also play DH if he can work on that power just a hair. Coming in at the 3 spot is Richard Abbott. He was #7. He's a closing pitcher. We're not really going to look into getting him. He only has 3-pitch mix, so not great. Another closer at #4. He's dropped. Another 3-pitch mix guy. He's dropped from 2nd to 4th on our board. Russell Chin. If you remember this face, I applaud you. I was very surprised when I saw him. He was on the board. I did not even scout him because I was so incredibly frustrated. I don't know why he is on. Or this is top 100. He's pinned. I'm not even going to have him pinned. I don't want him. He stabbed us in the back last year, so screw you, Russell. Then we have Wendell Holcomb, another pitcher. He does have 4 pitches. 2 of them are fastballs, so it is what it is. He's 6'1", kind of small. Not really. That doesn't really matter, you know, in a video game. Stamina doesn't look too bad. Hips per 9 and pitch break. Velocity is kind of a little bit to be hoped for. It doesn't even touch 90, so again, probably going to stay away from him. But I don't even think we'll have a chance to get him not a chance to get him. We probably won't draft him because we're #2. We will have a chance to get him at 34. I mean, if he does drop 34, maybe we look. But Cedric Peck, he dropped from 4 to 7. One of the bigger movers is Brian Medina. He moved up from 15th to 8th on our board. I thought about drafting him. He's pretty good, you know, all around, and he throws heat. Look at that, 99 tops out between his 2 fastballs, and he has a change of slider and curveball. So 5-pitch mix with 2 fast fastballs. Can't go wrong there. The break is to be hoped for, but then you got the Ks per 9 and walks per 9 looking good. Hits per 9 and home runs per 9 is kind of a little bit to be hoped for, but outside of that, he looks like a good player. So he moved up a lot. Didn't scout Clifford Saunders, Lionel Wilkinson, is in the 10 spot for us. He moved up from 20th. We were looking at possibly getting in catcher. Danny Jansen isn't bad, but he's not, you know, an all-star type player, so it is what it is. One guy we may look into getting later on in the towards the second round and stuff is Jeremy Shelley. We only scouted him 55%, but he moved from 66th to 11th. Probably heavily influenced by that potential. He is a 4-pitch mix guy. He does top out at 98, it looks like. And he has a curveball, slider, and changeup. So that's really pretty good. And then also his pitch break isn't terrible as well. So there's your top 10 and 11 players. And we'll just scroll through. And here you go. Sammy Lewis again. Another guy that stabbed us in the back. Didn't scout him. Didn't really feel like it was necessary because we weren't going to draft him anyways. So there's a couple guys we looked at. And we will go ahead and get right into the draft as the Colorado Rockies have the first pick. Who do they select? Russell Chin. Oh my goodness. Maybe we should have scouted him. Russell Chin jumps from 5th to 1st place. Our old draftee from last year. We'll have to take a look once we get everybody signed towards the end of this video, hopefully. I will try to get through that. We're not going to take too long in the draft. I think we spent too much time on it last year. But yeah, Russell Chin, 19 years old, has potential up from 75 to 99. I don't remember what it was last year. I probably could go check, but I kind of a lot. We're not going to draft anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, he is number 1 overall draft pick. Went from, I think, 4th last year to number 1. So going back to JUCO did definitely help him. So that actually adds a very interesting wrinkle into our game plan, because we were going to draft George Joe here, but we also wanted Miguel Siva. And I think Siva is better, and he's also a year younger. The potential is not as good in terms of George Joe. But yeah, with that 2-seamer, if he had a 4-seam that got to 99, I probably would do George Joe. But he has a sinker and a 2-seam fastball. Not really super beneficial. So I think we're going to go with Silva. And I just can't, look at all that blue. I just can't get away from that. I can't help myself to get away from that. His overall looks like he's going to be a better player coming in. So maybe we can move him up the ranks relatively quickly. So we are going to go with Miguel as our number 2 overall pick in 2025. And he will hopefully fill out that left side of the infield very, very soon. We'll have to wait to see towards the end of the draft. And with the number 3 draft pick, I don't even know who is in this slot. The Athletics select Billy Trimble as a starting pitcher. Oh my. A guy from 46 on the board jumps to number 3. We'll have to definitely take a look at him once they get all the stats and stuff in when everybody signs, because I'm very interested in that. Very interesting pick there, because I do think there were some good guys in the top 10. So coming into our second draft pick at number 34, we got a lot of closers on the board. And we have 2 guys that were projected in the top 10 that have dropped all the way to 34th position. Wouldn't be a terrible thing if we drafted him. Not to say we need a closer right now, but it wouldn't be a terrible thing. Again, I don't typically draft closers, but if one is good enough, I might lean towards drafting him. So I think it settles it. We are going to draft Cedric Peck, and he will be our second pick at pick number 34 in the first round as a compensation or competitive balance round A pick. We're so bad they gave us a competitive balance pick. Love to see it. Coming in at 41, very soon after our last pick. We could go Andreas Cabrera. We were eyeballing him, but the speed isn't quite there. But, you know, maybe he can work out some jams. This break, if it was a little bit better, it would definitely be in my line of vision. I think we are going to go with Andreas Cabrera. He is like one of our only draft or scouted guys that is very high up in the order. So we're going to go with him. I mean, I think this is our best pick, right? I mean, he's at drafted rank 18th on our board. Potential is not terrible. Overall is not great, but he is 19 years old. He does have a 4-pitch mix. Gets it up to around mid-90s on his fastball. And then he has a changeup and sweeping curve. So 2 good pitches. If he can work on that break, I think he will be maybe a 5th spot guy for us, or maybe we can push him to the bullpen and get a long reliever out of him. With only a few seconds left on board, then we're going with Richie Herzog. He does throw a little bit of heat, and he has a 2-seam changer slider. So, I mean, we don't really have much time to really decipher it. So we're going to go with him, and we're going to get kind of quick here. We're going to go with Christopher Trainer. He's 90% scouted. He's a little bit higher than the 137 spot we have. But honestly, a lot of these guys I don't really have any scouting on, so it's kind of like going to be a crapshoot anyways. I don't know. Should we go for Dami Lund? He does look to be fast. Not sure who his what his secondary positions would be, but if he's fast, he can possibly play outfield. You know what? I'm actually going to go with Tommy Lund instead, just for that speed. Because if he's fast, and we can utilize him in that aspect. A lot of these guys down towards this part of the draft is really just kind of, hit or miss. You might get a good guy, you might not. Who knows? And then I think our last pick is going to be Joe Katimer. He has a very fast pitch velocity, so he can throw that ball up to 99 miles per hour. Might as well test the waters with him. He's 18 years old. Potential maybe up to 80. He does have a slider and changeup, so a little bit of a different speed variation. Basically, every single medium or low on one is the high of the other, so the very good pinch breakdown there for him. So yeah, I think we'll go with him. Probably not going to be anything. May probably be a full-time minor leaguer, but he can throw the ball fast. And that is what we like to see. No, we have one more pick. I thought we were done. Surprise, surprise. I think we drafted some guys a little bit earlier than we probably should have. But it is what it is. I think our last guy, we're going to go with Brian Chu. Again, it's a bit of a crapshoot down here. We only have 25% scouted, but he has potential to have really, really good contact. He's 18 years old. This guy has probably more potential. Actually, you know what? We're going to go with Kenny Theophanopoulos, because he has a lot more potential. I mean, he might be able to develop into something better. Who freaking knows? And that'll be our last draft pick of this year. I think we had a decent draft. I don't think there was a lot of people down the list per se, but I think we had a very good first and second rounds. I think Steve is going to be an absolute dominant player for us. I mean, if he can develop, if he comes in at mid to high 70s and has a potential of anywhere above 85, he's going to be very, very good for us, and he might be able to start right out of the gates. Who knows? Probably not. We'll probably start him AAA, but there might be some starting responsibility there. And I'm very excited about Billy Trimble. We're going to have to check it back in on him, because the Athletics must know something that we don't. Kevin Crook, another low on the draft rank, but he gets drafted at the 4th position. And then finally, George Joe goes at number 5, falling all the way from number 3 on the draft board to 5th, and number 1 on our board to 5th. Interesting. Maybe they know something that we don't, that's why he wasn't good. So maybe we did make a good decoy, or not a decoy, but change there at the last second. And here's the top 10. There's the top of the rest of the list, as Sammy Lewis goes 7th, which I think we drafted him late. Did we get a compensation pick last year? I think that's where we drafted him. I don't think it was a second round pick. But anyways, that is the draft for this year. And I'm looking forward to having those guys play for many, many years to come. And I hope they will be able to, win All-Star games or get All-Star nods, MVPs, batting titles, all that. But we'll have to wait and see. So getting out of that draft, I don't think we had a too bad of a draft. We did get Miguel Siva. I think he's going to be a really, really good third baseman for us. I mean, even if he comes in at low 70 overall and the potential of somewhere in the 80s, I think he's going to be a good player. He's only 20 years old, so he might be able to jump to the ranks very, very quickly, but we still have to sign him. We've done that once before where we didn't sign our first round pick. So we'll have to do that. As we didn't, let's see who we have in the home run derby. We don't have anybody in the home run derby. Unfortunately, Eloy Jimenez and or Gleyber Torres were not able to make it. I think they only had 18 and 19 home runs between the two. Let's take a little look. Gleyber Torres with 18, and then Eloy Jimenez with 19. Both still having good years, but just not good enough to really get us into the derby. So we'll go ahead and simulate through that, as we will take a look at the All-Star game. See if we can player lock as anybody. No, as the Astros hog 4 of the spots in the lineup, and we do not get a start. That is unfortunate to see, but it is what it is. The disgrace, or the slander. Julio Rodriguez is 98 overall in this game. Holy crap. He's nice. He's cold. Aaron Judge 99. Vladdy 95. Yardone 96. Yeah, the Astros should win the World Series every single year, it looks like. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and simulate through the All-Star game. Disappointing, but it is what it is. As the AL defeats the NL. And we're gonna go ahead and simulate on through. I think we are gonna pitch Garrett Crochet's next game. We really haven't touched on him much this year. We got him on opening day, but that is it. So we're gonna go ahead and play the full game on the 21st. So let's go ahead and get to that. As we get Miguel Silva to sign for 7.4 million, a little bit above what he wanted, 6.7, but well below the slot value. So we went under slot value and got Silva to join the team. And I think he's going to be a great player for us. I'm so excited to see what he's going to do in the next few seasons. We get Andres Cabrera to sign, so that's good for us. We signed him at 1.6 million. I'm not sure if that was below slot value. Probably should have looked at that before I went ahead and signed him, but regardless, it is what it is. So we will be playing the Cleveland Indians. They are in the third place position, four games ahead of us. We are 4 games back on the Indians, so we really need to win these. If we can win all 4 games, we will take them over, or we will be tied with them. I don't know how to work. We might have take them over for the 3rd spot since we probably would have the season series. I would assume after 4 games we would have the season series wrapped up. So we will go ahead and jump in this game. We need to win this game. We need to complete with the in-division rivals. They're batting worse than us. Their ERA is a little bit better though, and they're 2nd AL. Oh, I guess they're tied with whoever's in front of them. I think not the Tigers. With the Twins, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Because we're not going to change anything up on the line of card. We're going to get straight into it. Looking over at their side, they don't have anybody at 300. We have one guy at 300 and one guy pretty close at 281. Yeah, so we look like we are a better hitting team. We just need to get Crochet to really deal, as we are going to be facing Gavin Williams. Don't know much about him, but we'll see once we get into the game how he plays and handles himself. And after this, I think we're going to wrap up the video with looking at some trades possibly, or making some trades. We might try to simulate 10 in the month. Who knows? We're going to try to take the punches as they come. As Quan flies out to center field, as we are lagging insanely. I'm going to try to fix that, and I'll be right back. Hopefully that fixed it, but we'll see. We get a strike on the inside half of the zone against Juan Burrito, signed out of the Dominican Republic. I've not seen him yet. When we faced I'm not sure if we've actually faced the Guardians that many times. I think we faced them once, in a moment at least. I know we faced them a few times, but in the actual plays, we get another fly out to center field, and Robert will be able to make the catch. He's actually in line for a Golden Glove this year. I looked around. We'll have to take a look at that after this game, but I looked around the awards list, and Robert has 1,000 fielding percentage, and it's or not 1,000 percentage, but 100% fielding percentage, and he is in line for a Golden Glove in center field. There's a few other guys on the team that have a chance to get an award, the most notable of which is Colson Montgomery. He is in line to get Rookie of the Year in the AL. He's well above everybody else. The NL is a way better race, and we'll look at that, but they have some better prospects, it seems. But Colson Montgomery's not having a terrible year, so he is looking to see if he can get a Rookie of the Year, and that'd be super awesome for us. I'm not sure who the last. Actually, I probably would assume the last Rookie of the Year for the White Sox would be Robert Jr., but who knows? As the count goes full against it says Jose Ramirez, Josh Naylor. Says that. Oh no! As he gets one, he takes it deep. Can Teoscar get there? And no, Teoscar will not be able to bring that one back. That'll be a 1-0 ball game, a lefty on lefty homer. That is not how you want to start the game off against your division rivals. You need desperately to get a win against. But another fly out to Robert will end the inning. And that'll be 3 flyouts and a bomb. So they're getting a lot of decent contact. They're getting, maybe not decent contact, but they're definitely elevating the ball more than we would like to see. And we definitely don't want them to keep on doing that. So we'll have to start pitching towards the bottom of the zone. We have thrown a lot of fastballs up in the zone. But it's the first inning of the game, so we're trying to save some of our pitches for later on. We'll have to mix in those as we go on. But we did get through the top 4 batters for the Guardians with only 1 run. Would have liked to stay perfect and, not give up any. But that is how the cookie crumbles sometimes. As Teoscar takes one into deep right field. But that will stay in the ballpark, as that is 2 away with only 4 pitches pitched. Only 3 pitches pitched. We are being very aggressive out of the gate. For sure. The ball inside. Gleyber Torres has a 935 OPS. Hopefully we can work that up towards 1,000 to get that to the, you know, that's like MVP level. If you're hitting around 1,000 OPS, you are going to compete for the MVP as long as you're not doing some crazy crap in the field, making errors constantly and stuff like that. But you're definitely going to compete for the MVP year over year if you can keep that. That way, as we get another deep rod into left field, that'll be a fly out, and that'll be 3 up, 3 down for the White Sox. Or it's not for the White Sox, for the Guardians. As we go back to the top of the second, Crochet will take the mound, hopefully able to stay out of the bat pass of the Guardians. I'm just now realizing that Tyler O'Neill signed with the Guardians after last year. He played 1 year with the Red Sox, it looks like, and then took his talents to Cleveland. Stayed up in the Northeast area. As another flyout will get the first out of the inning. I'm getting kind of worried about all the flyouts here. They keep having this many flyouts. They're going to eventually run into a lot of homers. It only takes one good swing, good timing, and that is not the good swing I was talking about. It only takes one decent halfway swing if you're elevating very well to get the ball out of the ballpark. Oh, as we get robbed of a easy called strike there in the zone. As the umpire is squeezing us. As another fly out will hopefully be done as Fletcher makes his way over to get the catch. That'll be 2 out in the second. And that's where we got to last time before we gave up that bomb to the other lefty. To another lefty, I guess. As we finally get a ground out. That'll be 3 down. Moving on to the bottom. Oh! As a pop fly into foul territory, the catcher will make it, and that'll be the first out of the second. He hasn't got to 10 pitches yet. We need to work him a little bit more going through this one. As I say that as I literally swing at the first pitch that I see after I just said we need to work him more. So he is 5 outs through this game on an average of 2 pitches per out. That is just bad. That is just a terrible beat. Oh my goodness, 11 pitches. I already need to lay off. I just need to put the controller down for like 2 or 3 at-bats. Whatever happens, happens. We need to get his pitch count up because he's at 11 through freaking 2 innings. As Garrett Crochet's through 31 pitches so far just to get through 2. As Vaughn does get over on that first pitch, ground out. So there we go. Maybe we're working back. Maybe we'll meet in the middle somewhere. Maybe we'll get 40. He'll get 40 next inning as we score, 3 or 4 runs. Maybe. We're going to try this slider on the outside of the zone, the backdoor sliders. We get a ground out. So it worked kind of well. Wanted that strikeout. Has he got a strikeout yet? I'm not sure if he's gotten a strikeout. I don't think he's gotten a strikeout yet, which is not good because Garrett Crochet typically gets 1 per inning, or he has in our tenure here with the White Sox. And if we're not getting that and we're almost 3 innings through the game, it's kind of worrisome. As another fly out by Quan to left field. I think he flew out twice to Teoscar. That'll do it for us in the top of the third. Crochet's not pitching a bad game. I mean, he's given up 1 run, but if he can get to 6 innings, that is a quality start. Oh, again, why are we swinging at the first pitch? Make it make sense. The count goes full. We have worked him. This is the 8th pitch of the bat, so we have done a little bit as we have that slider in the middle of the zone. We're just not able to do anything with it. But we have worked him a lot this at bat as we check swing for a walk. As Andrew Vaughn is the first batter up, he gets the first batter on. There's 1 on for Colson Montgomery, 244. Not sure if that's what it was when I looked at it. It seems a little low comparatively what he was at the time when I looked at the Rookie of the Year. I think it was about a couple weeks ago in game. So I don't know. We'll have to. Oh, why did I swing at that? I didn't want to swing at that. But we'll have to look again. But I mean, honestly, if he's batting 244 and he's winning the Rookie of the Year, or he's in the lead for the Rookie of the Year, that is not good for the AL. As it's been a down year for the AL teams in terms of prospects. That swing and a miss there on that slider. Threw a couple fastballs, and we swung early on that slider as it goes. But we have worked the pitcher a little bit more here. 24 pitches so far. Ooh, it's a big old curveball breaks off right in front of us as we swing anyways. Try to check our swing there, but weren't able to. Yeah, we've worked him to 25 pitches. Hopefully we don't ground out. We're able to work him for a little bit more, and I just literally jinxed us as he gets out of the inning. That'll be the end of the third. 1-0 ball game. Guardians are in the lead. Oh my goodness, that's another home run will put the Guardians up 2-0. 2 solo shots today off of Crochet. As Naylor, the guy that did the first one, comes back up to bat. Hopefully we can keep him from repeating. Man, like, I don't know what it is. Crochet is just not having a good day. Typically when I'm pitching with him, he's pretty dominant. But I have noticed this year, at least alone, that his slider just isn't really doing much. I'm not getting a lot of swing and whiffs on it like I used to last year. So I'm not really sure if he's regressing that something. But it just doesn't seem like the same pitcher we had last year that we signed to that big contract in the offseason. Ooh, as we get a swing and a miss on a high fastball on Josh Naylor. That'll be 2 away. Ooh, just 1 away. I thought we were 2. We're going to try to backdoor slider here against Jose. And backdoor becomes a front door slider. Ooh, as that slider that was supposed to be a front door works itself to the back door. And that'll be the second strikeout of the inning. Second strikeout of the game. So yeah, he did not have a strikeout up until this inning, which wasn't great for him. Again, he needs to be around 1 strikeout per inning, or that's what he has been around for the last year or so. Again, in my tenure here, obviously, actually in real life, I don't think he pitched until last year. I guess 2023. As we get strikeout number 3 of the inning, 3 strikeouts in a row, right after the solo homer. So if we were able to keep that off the board, it would have been a great inning. But unfortunately, we were not able to. As we wrap back around here to the top of the order, so we have not. He's faced the minimum here. Unconventionally, he did get a double play, I think, after Andrew Vaughn got on. So it's not a perfect game or a no-hitter. Actually, no, it still is a no-hitter because we don't have a hit yet. We did get walked. Ooh, is that fastball right down the middle? Produces a foul ball. As a nice rip by Fletcher on the contact swing will produce a fly out to right field. Only 88 off the bat. It was close, just not close enough. Or not close, just not good enough. I did contact swing there. It was a full count. I don't know. I probably should have swung regular, but trying to keep that back going if we need to foul off a pitch down or outside of the zone. As Teoscar Hernandez does get a nice rip on one, as Tyler Neal is actually able to range over there and make the play in the gap, and that'll hold Teoscar to a single. That is our first hit of the game, so the no-hitter is off the table. That's good. I would hate if I got no hit in a video. I don't know if I'd post it, to be real honest with you. Probably would, because it'd be an insane feat for me to go that bad. But yeah, it would be crazy if they threw a no-hitter on me. We strike out with Torres early on that slider. The high fastball gets us as we swing through it. Looks like good timing there. But that's another thing I don't like, is that you can't see if your timing was good or not on like the ending of it out, or like the end of the inning. I feel like they should show you the next inning. They can still do all the B-roll footage and all the fancy looking stuff. I just want to see if I if I did a good hit or not, honestly. There's a fly out to left field. Will put us at the first out of the inning. If Crochet can work through this inning and the next inning with not giving up any more runs, it'll be a quality start, and we're just gonna probably lose 2-0. We're just not able to get anything going in the batter's box. For goodness sake, we only have 1 hit. Like, that's never really gonna do it for you unless it's a 1-0 ball game and that 1 hit is a home run. But we are fortunately have not hit any homers today, and even if we did, we'd still be down 1-0, or down 1. As Montgomery makes the play from shortstop, and that is 2 away. Ooh, as we hit Brian Rocio in the hip there on that slider. Yeah, that slider got away from us twice in a row. Oh, as we are actually, I think this is our first runner on. I think this is our first runner on the base pass. Obviously, we've given up 2 home runs, but outside of that, I don't think they've gotten a hit. So again, not a terrible day. Just, if it's a 2-hit, 2-run game, like, obviously you want to keep the home runs down. You can't really complain about efficiency in terms of hits. As they fly out there to center field to Robert again. He's having a good day out there in terms of fielding. Trying to make his case for a Golden Glove. As Eloy Jimenez is early on one, and that'll be a little chopper over to shortstop. That'll be 1 out. Again, an early swing produces an out. As Gavin Williams looks to go the full game with only 47 now pitches. As a freaking hanging slider up in the zone does not get anything. I'm telling you, with timing, it is near impossible to hit a ball up in the zone. I don't know. I mean, obviously, in real life, it's probably difficult to get your bat barrel up there. And it doesn't help us that we're swinging at pitches like that, man. Like, seriously. Strike 3. Let's go, baby. We freaking suck. Woo! Timing is so frustrating. Like, it gets on my nerves. And I just can't help myself. Sometimes I see, like, a freaking ball that looks like something. Like, oh, I'm swinging on this. And it's like a foot and a half below the zone. I just need to sit back and wait a little bit more. His slider, man, sucks. Good timing. Like, perfect pitch release. And it goes 2 feet outside the zone. It's just like, I can't catch a break. As we're up 1-2 on Stephen Kwan. As he takes a ball for a ride there. That was down and away, but luckily that ball is very, very, very foul. We will get another chance here as we get a swinging strikeout. That'll be his 4th strikeout of the game. I think that, yeah, that's the 4. No. Is it? I don't think that was the 4th strikeout in a row. What is our 4th strikeout? As Juan Brito is Cleveland Indians' 9th, or not, geez Louise, not Indians, Cleveland Guardians' 9th prospect. Interesting that he's already in the majors. Probably just needed him to backfill somebody that was either hurt. As a ground out to Montgomery should do it for us in the inning. As we get another opportunity. We only have 4 opportunities left, or 4 bottom halves of the inning to try to produce something here against Gavin Williams in the Guardians. Jeez Louise, I keep saying Indians, and they haven't been the Indians for freaking half a decade. Oh, it's a fastball up and in. Not that we could have literally done anything with it, but it's called a strike. Ooh, come on, Colson. Take that on the hit, man. We need base runners. What are we doing backing out of that? The count goes full for Colson Montgomery. We have a chance to do something, and we ground out with it, baby. Good timing, contact swing, and we ground out Little Peddler to second base. That'll be the first out of the inning. As Yo Moncada gets a good pitch on the inner half. He gets good timing, and it is just a measly fly out to second base. Oh, it looked like a pitch that was going to be able to take deep, but it wasn't anything. It was not productive. It wasn't even a productive out. So we fly out again with Fletcher. He's having good contact, good bat to ball contact, but it's just not going anywhere for him. As Garrett Crochet comes back up for the 7th. I think unless anything crazy happens, as long as, like that. As long as he, oh, come on. Oh, if you would have got that ball in quicker. As long as we don't probably give up a run here, we'll probably keep him in through the 7th. We're definitely going to get somebody in the bullpen warmed up. Probably going to go with Schaffen. We'll go from there and we'll see how we do. As Jose Ramirez gets a double and he's on second. Tyler O'Neill with only 215 with runners in scoring position. And that will creep ever lower as he flies out, or pops out, to foul territory to first base. But David Fry is 321 with runners on as he swings through a slider there on the way outside the zone. Almost caught him in the back foot there. We're going to go back to it. He's swung twice on sliders. Ooh, how does he not swing at that one? That one looked good. Oh my goodness, that's going to be a freaking run, man. So that'll be a run as David Fry increases his batting average with runners in scoring position. Oh, we're going to try to work through it as we have one out away. And we'll see how that goes. Obviously, we have Schaffen up. So if we need to pull him in, we can. Now, I really want to get through the 7th. Oh, and we should get it here. As that's one, and that is only one. As Prees was able to speed that one out there with 80 speed on the base pass, so not too terrible from him. As we're only at 88 pitches, so I'm comfortable with keeping Crochet out there. I don't think he'll get hurt from being too high in the pitch count. Oh, as Moncada ranges over. And thankfully, Vaughn is able to make the play as we get a yellow throw there. As David Fry adds one more to the Guardians' lead. As we are down 3-0, and we will be taking Schaffen out for now. We may bring him back up, who knows, but we'll have to see how we go forward. Just good timing, just swings right under it. It's like, it just doesn't make any sense. And I swing at that, like, and what are we swinging at? It literally looked like it was gonna break. Oh, I'm getting so frustrated. Like, so frustrated with timing. But I gotta keep going. It's good for the series. That's what I keep telling myself, man. It's good for the series. Let me know in the comments that it's good for the series, because if not, I'll probably stop. Nah, it's not good. I want to keep going hard mode. You know, I probably should have marketed it as hard mode, because it is pretty difficult just to be able to time up stuff. And also playing with the White Sox, that's like double hard mode. As Torres swings through a circle change for strike number 2. I need to stop talking when I'm trying to bat. That's another reason why it's so difficult to pay attention, because I'm trying to articulate stuff and not sound stupid. And then I'm freaking swinging at pitches 3 inches below the zone. Not even 3, like 6 inches below the zone. We're grounding out to easy ground outs like that. As another ground out will end the inning, baby. Woo! Let's go! Let's go, White Sox! Still down 3-0, as I forgot to freaking warm somebody up. I'm a little, oh my goodness, just everything's about this specific game is frustrating me. So probably should put in a lefty. He's not warmed up whatsoever, but we'll warm him up now. Hopefully Crochet can hold off this guy for the half inning. There's a pop fly to Montgomery. So get us the first out. And we will probably bring Shoffin in now, because he's not warmed up fully, but he is definitely in a better state than Crochet is. Crochet is out of energy. I've been very pleased with Shoffin's, as we get a swing there, as Shoffin's performance this year. He is one of our 2 signings, as he gets a strike there, or strikeout on Stephen Kwan. He's one of our 2 signings for the offseason in the bullpen, and he's done very, very well. I think his ERA is around 4. Chris Martin has thrown a sinker up in the zone. Good thing he didn't take that for a homer. But Chris Martin not doing so great. His ERA is around a 10. So there's a very large difference there. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. Torres was a good signing as well. So was Jansen. Oh, and that fastball right down the middle. We can't do anything. Jansen was also a good signing. It's a good timing. Oh, my goodness. And the flatter was also pretty good. Oh, as we get a homer with Eloy Jimenez, that'll be his 20th of the season. He puts us on the board. We are still down 3-1. That is a no doubt homer in the bottom of the 8th. Oh, man, finally. I finally capitalized on something. I've been so upset all game. Thank goodness we finally get a homer. At least just get a run. Just one. We're not going to go into the shutout as they relieve Gavin Williams off the mound. And Nick Sandelin will be up. Oh, funky delivery for Danny. Slider, 4-seam, sinker, splitter. And that splitter is probably going to haunt us. Oh, as Danny Jansen gets a good pitch to hit, and he fouls it off. Oh, that stinks. As he gets a good rip there, and that is going to go towards the wall. And that'll sneak over and be back-to-back solo shots. As Danny Jansen gets another one for us. Off the contact swing that barely snuck out. 100.1 off the bat. 354 for number 15 on the season. And we are back in this ball game. We have turned this around immensely. As he barely sneaks that. Look at the curvature on that. As he barely sneaks it. As it lands foul after it goes over the wall. That is awesome to see. Love that. Can we make it 3 solo shots to tie this game up? That would be just so electric. But probably not. Now, especially now that I mentioned, definitely not. So we swing through a fastball. I swear that's good timing. No, I'm tripping. I'm way early on that. All right. Oh, as Colson Montgomery gets a good rip at one, but that will go foul. And he will be able to make the play. Oh, in that very small foul territory in the outfield. Oh, that sucks. Good timing. Just wasn't really able to get enough wood on it to put it over the wall. Or at least just put it into the bleachers in foul territory to keep him up. That'll be 2 away here. 3-0. What do we do, guys, on 3-0? We don't swing. That's right. Except for that one time I did, and then I flew out or something. Or I think it was a double play or something. That was so terrible. Look at that. You get a walk with, we're not going to pinch run for him. I hate pinch running. Just feel like it takes a guy that we like in the field out. I don't know. Maybe we should. As Sandlin has lost the control a little bit here. That's 6 balls out of 7 pitches. Hopefully he can keep us walking. If he can walk somebody home. Oh, as Fletcher gets a good slider. And he will take a good rip at 92 miles per hour off the bat, but it goes well foul. And there we go. That should be a ground out to end the inning, and it will be by a mere 2 feet. As we do get 2 back here off 2 solo shots. We hopefully Shoffin can keep us at a 1-run deficit, so maybe we can get something back here in the bottom of the 9th. Oh, as the umpire is squeezing us in a dire situation. As we will walk him. As that was a good pitch, and we placed it, I felt like, very well. In the top of the 9th. Took a little bit of a break, so if I'm rusty, give me a break. As we get a swinging strike 3 on Jose Ramirez. Second strikeout for Shoffin. Down only 1 run here after we got 2 back-to-back solo shots in the bottom of the 8th. The Bears going to be able to make this play. I'll be 2 away. The runner on first. As Shoffin looks to go 2 full, 1 2/3 innings. And that will be a pop-up in foul territory to Andrew Vaughn, and he will make the play, and we will get through the top of the 9th with 1 more opportunity to tie it or take the lead with our 2-3-4 coming up. Down only 1 run, but Emmanuel Clase is on the mound. He has 31 saves this year. 4th in the American League. Curious how that settles in the whole league, or the whole MLB. Probably pretty high up there. I would say top 6 at least. He throws a meatball up there. Slider up in the zone. Not able to do anything with it. That pitch is right down the middle. But will die short of the warning track. 2 outs left to get out of this deficit and get us to extras. Or win the game. Glaber Torres with a nice rip into the gap. It'll be a stand-up double, hopefully. It'll be a double for sure. We have 1 runner on with Robert Jr. up. Let's make it happen, Captain. Another 3-0 count. Maybe we'll work a walk here and get Eloy Jimenez up the bat. That will be a walk. There's no reason why Clase should throw a slider, or not a slider, a cutter, 102 miles an hour. Just gonna be honest, that's insane. Oh my goodness. A cutter 100 miles an hour runs away from you. Timing was good, just put outside the zone. He's working away pretty heavily here. All 4 pitches on the right half of the plate or outside the zone on the right side. So he gets a good rip, but that'll be right to Jose Ramirez over there at third. Man, if that would just snuck behind his head. I don't know if he even scored, Glaber Torres. He's pretty slow out there at second. Oh, Danny. Slider in the zone. 309 batting average with runners in scoring position, so hopefully he can increase that here. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. After 2 strikes in a row, we worked ourselves to a full count. This is could be the last pitch of the game. And it will be, as it's a ground out to shortstop. And the late comeback did not produce anything. I'm just glad we didn't get shut out. Would have loved to get that win. But they were hitting not everything. I mean, they only got 4 hits, but their 4 hits produce a lot of runs. We have cooked up a trade here with the Marlins for Jesus Luzardo. He still has 1 year of ARB after this year, and then he'll be a free agent. So hopefully we'll be able to sign him beforehand. He's not having a great year so far, a 4.64 ERA. Last year he did have a 3.47 and has had below a 4 the 2 years prior to that. So, pretty confident that we will get some good work out of him. I mean, 4.64 ERA is not terrible, especially simulation. So, we need some pitching. I think Jesus will do it for us. We are going to trade Mike Soroka away. It would make sense that they would want at least a pitcher back. They need some help in the bullpen, so we will also be trading away Chris Martin. He hasn't had a great year, but again, he's only pitched 10 innings, and he has a 10 ERA. Where's the earned runs at? He's allowed 11 earned runs, which isn't great, but he could definitely work through that for them. I mean, he's not terrible. 75 overall. He still has 2 years under his belt. And then we are going to be trading away Yon Moncada. I went over this one quite a lot. I think we're going to be trading away Nicky Lopez. They need a second baseman. Nicky Lopez isn't bad. We don't really need him. Jacob Gonzalez is our next guy up, so we'll probably pull him up eventually. I don't know if we'll pull him up this season. We may pull up Wes Koth to cover third base. And Yon Moncada can cover second if need be. Or we may put Cole Montgomery there and then Brandon Shoemaker. We'll work it out one way or another. But we'll be trading away Nicky Lopez, not Yon. We were going to, but they also won Nicky Lopez. He's on some of the suggested trades, and he has 4 years left on his contract after this season. So I think it would be a good trade for them to pick up. We are losing a lot of cash. We are gaining a lot of cash. Cap space, I guess. So that is good for us. So we're going to go ahead and complete this trade. And the Marlins selected. So I think that was a very, very beneficial trade for us. We did lose 3 players, only gaining 1, but we did gain our second best pitcher in our rotation. And only at 27 years old, I think he's going to be very, very good for us over the next few seasons. So we'll have to go ahead and change the pitching rotation, and we'll get back to you in a second. Another move we're going to be making is bringing Wes Koth up. He has had a good year so far, and I think he'll actually be beneficial. He also has the benefit of only having used 0 minor league options, whereas a couple of our top guys have kind of used all of them. I don't know if we did, or they just had them used prior to us. So we'll bring up Wes Koth to kind of get around that little snafu. He's not on the 40-man roster, but we do have an open spot for him, so we will go ahead and add him to that, and then move him up to the MLB. And also something we did was move Samuel Zavallo from AA to AAA. He was doing pretty well in AA, so I figured we'd go ahead and move him up to AAA. I mean, he's not bad. I think he's our second best center fielder, but I'll go ahead and fix the lineup for him to be in it daily. Looking solely from a macro point of view, we got infinitely better. Not infinitely, but we definitely did get better. We went from like 22nd total rank to 17th. And looking at trade talks, I think our pitching didn't change. Interesting. Maybe it did. I think it went from 26th to 21st. But our left field went down. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. I should have referenced it beforehand. But I don't think it really dropped that much. And one more thing we'll be doing is signing a free agent. We're going to recite a free agent reliever just to give us some more depth there. And that first person that comes on this is Aaron Loop. All the relievers are kind of old, I've noticed. Maybe I need to start drafting more relievers. So instead of signing a reliever, we're going to go ahead and sign Alex Cobb, and we're going to put him in the bullpen. We'll see if I can get him for a 1-year deal just to rent him out until we can get to next season. He's definitely just going to be some depth. He go ahead and sign that one for us, so that's really, really good for us. There's Alex Cobb. He does have B potential, so hopefully they'll stave off some regression. We do have 3 long relievers, which isn't great, but whatever we need to do to get us to the playoffs. We're not going to pitch with Jesus Luzardo right now. We're going to wait probably until the end of the beginning of next month, because I do want to go ahead and get through this month. We've been kind of at it for a little bit now, so we're going to go ahead and simulate through the rest of the season. Or sorry, not season, the rest of the month. As we immediately get into a situation here, we're down 1 in the bottom of the 8th, 1 out, 2 runners on, with Benditini at the plate, Samlin at the mound. And he gets one, and that will be right to him, and that'll be a double play. Oh my goodness. Of all things to happen. Oh my goodness. But we come back with another situation against Emmanuel Clase. Andrew Vaughn up to bat with Elo Jimenez on first. We haven't had much luck until this moment against Clase. We're going to go ahead and stretch that out to third base. And with that weak arm in right field, he's going to easily get in there. As we have runners at the corner here with two outs to go still in the ninth inning. That'll be a chopper. Oh, Teoscar, you're going to need to get there. That'll be a ground out double play. Oh, lovely. 2 double plays in this situation, in this game for us. As Hazardo loses with 4 or 6 earned runs. Jeez Louise. That is not the way we want to start it off. We do sign Richie Herzog for $1 million, a little bit above what the slot value was. And we signed Cedric Peck for a little bit under what he was asking for. Super, super beneficial, as he was picked to be the 4th overall in our board. He was 7th, and we got him, I think, like way down the list at like 30th something. So that was a super, super good pickup for us. I'm super excited to see what he can produce for us. Even if he's not going to be that great, at least maybe we'll get to see at least a little bit of benefit from him. As the Guardians, after taking 2 back-to-back losses from us, wants to offer us a trade. They want to swap a starter for a reliever. Absolutely not. We need the relievers. We're down. Actually, I don't even think we're at the minimum of what it says you need to be at. So that's not good. As we come here, I think it's in New York. We are in New York against the Mets. With Edwin Diaz on the mound. Eloy Jimenez at the plate. No outs with Robert Jr. on first base. Oh my goodness. That slider has a mind of its own. Jeez. Oh, as we swing through a fastball there, up in the zone after a 7-pitch battle. As Danny Jansen, who's 2 for 2 on the day, will step up to the plate. Hopefully be able to deliver something here for the 3rd time today. And a check swing gets a strikeout. I love it. And that'll be a ground out to third base, as we're not able to produce with the runner on first there. Unfortunate, as Joe Barlow gets the loss as they came back in the 7th to take the lead. Another moment against the Indians, or not, geez Louise, not the Indians, the Guardians. I cannot believe I keep saying that. Against the Guardians in Cleveland. 2 runners on, game tied, 1 out. In the top of the 9th, as Moncada is on, or not, yeah, is on up to bat. Not had a good season so far, only batting a .187. That's just not really going to do it for your day-to-day third baseman, and I'm not helping him out at all as I swing at that ball that's about 6 inches below the zone. Oh my goodness, as the fastball at the knees gets him looking, as Devia Garcia with 2 on, only 1 out. And that double play ball should do it for us, and we will be able to get back to the top half. Luckily, we do come back and get the win in Cleveland. We needed that game against a division rival, so I'm super excited about that one. Hopefully, we can get 2 more to close out. Ooh, 1 more to close out the month. It's only 2-game series against the Indians. Geez Louise, against the Guardians. We're tasked with getting out of the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs, as Chaffin is on the mound against the Guardians. We only need 1 out here. Good way to start with 1 strike at the knees. Hopefully we get to him with this slider, and we do. He fouls it off there. As we come back with this fastball up in the zone, that's a foul ball.
And here it comes.
And that, oh my goodness. Nice. Got what we wanted. We got the ground ball, but went right at the middle. Missed all the gloves in the infield and produced a single. And that'll be strike 3 on Naylor. Only if that could have happened 1 batter earlier. Still be in the lead here. As Jimenez has a 2-homer game. He's absolutely killing it in Cleveland. Looking to produce a 3rd homer for him. Would be absolutely electric, especially if it puts us up today. Oh, that was a good pitch to do it, but he did not get good wood on it. And that'll be a simple fly out to center. As Naylor hits an RBI single to end the game in the 9th. Bo Naylor, not his brother Josh, but they're both on the same team, which is actually kind of crazy. And we signed all of our draft picks this year, so that is good to see. Definitely have some people up next year. I'm excited to see. Go ahead and simulate through. of the day, as Garrett Crochet is perfect through 7. And this will be a heck of a way to end the video if we can keep this going. Only 3 strikeouts, which is actually probably benefiting keeping that pitch count low at only 56 pitches through 7 innings. We hopefully can keep this game perfect, as 3 perfect pitches go to ball, which is absurd. Oh my goodness, what? Oh, it's so frustrating. As they're probably going to pull us. He still has a no-hitter. That was good. But, oh my goodness, we got a double play here. Still could pitch a no-hitter. That would be electric, given the perfect game was literally on the grasp of our fingertips and we just kind of threw it away. So it kind of bites us. But I would still take a no-hitter at home. Would be super, super electric. And that'll be the 3rd out. 3 more outs to go before we can call it game. As Garrett Crochet is on to the 9th inning. 3 outs away from going no. That is a pop out with only 64 pitches. That's insane. He's pitched just like little amount of pitches through 8 innings. Oh no, and he barely gets that freaking base hit, and it'll be a double on a pitch that looked to be, yeah, that was 7 inches outside the zone. Somehow gets a bat hit to it. That'll end the no-hitter. Oh, they do leave him out here though to get through the last out of the game. Last 2 outs of the game. He's only at 72 pitches, so it's not super critical to get him out here for his health. We do need this pitch. As we get a called strike 3, so we sit down Harrison Bader for only the 4th strikeout of the game. IKF lines out to right field. That'll be a shutout. They threw away the perfect game and no-hitter, unfortunately. But 9 innings, no run ball is still very, very good. Let's take a look at these draft picks. Oh my goodness. Siva's a bust. An absolute bust. Oh my god. 60 overall, only 72 potential. That's crucial for us. That is just crushed our draft right there. But we do get Cedric Peck, 73 overall and 90 potential. So that will be a very, very good closer for us, if not even a closer, reliever. Andres Cabrera coming in 60 overall, 88 potential. And then just a lot of nothing at the bottom 4. Not much potential, not very good overall. I'm very upset about Siva. Thought he was going to be a very, very good player. He only came in at 60 overall. The potential really screws us. If he had decent potential, 20 years old, wouldn't be too bad. The Tigers get a good one in Brent Kelly, center fielder, 18 years old, 98 speed, 88 potential, and 69 overall. Now you get 2 75, 73 overall players. That's pretty good for them. Tigers might have probably have the best draft so far. Richard Abbott, a closing pitcher that was projected to be very, very good. He is very, very good. 70 overall, 93 potential. Pretty similar to Peck. The Brewers get another good guy too. 73 overall, 82 potential. Not too bad. A relief pitcher though, so I wouldn't be super, super excited, but a good player is a good player. As Brian Medina, I think we had our eyes on him at one point or another. 71 overall, 88 potential. Very, very interesting for them. As the Rockies, Russell Chin, they drafted him 1st overall. He's 64 overall, only 86 potential. That's what we could have had last year, but he chose to not sign with us. Kind of upset. He's not a terrible, terrible player. Fielding is miserable, though. Not that you need insane fielding. The Rays, Ricky Ybarra, 73 overall, 92 potential closing pitcher. They had a lot of good closing pitchers, and then a 70 and a 72 overall. Not great potential on those two. 99 potential for Edmund Murr. 80 speed, center fielder, 18 years old. Is definitely going to probably develop into a very, very good player over the next few years. And we're racking back around to us. Again, Cedric Peck's our best pick of the draft. Silva, not great. Very disappointed in that. But with that, that'll do it for us in this one. I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Make sure you check out some more of the episodes in the in card. Check out the series if you don't mind, and drop a like and hit the subscribe button. It helps with the channel a lot. So I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next one.